How's it going, everyone? Want to cover a bunch of PlayStation game news and updates? A turn-based RPG? What is that? There are other turn-based RPGs that exist? We'll be getting a major piece of free DLC on May the 20th. We'll talk about that. A game that I was very excited for, scheduled to drop in May, has now been delayed by 3 months. While I don't care about games getting delayed, I am a little bit annoyed about the nature of this delay, being delayed just a month before release and it being delayed for 3 months. And I'm sure that this isn't the common opinion, but I'll explain why. Obviously, Lost Soul Aside has been delayed, so we'll talk about that. And Returnal has gotten a major free patch. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the bat, yes, guys, there are other turn-based RPGs that exist. Sea of Stars is going to be getting some free DLC in Throes of the Watchmaker, and that'll be launching on May the 20th. Now, obviously, I am poking a little bit of fun at the Expedition 33 discourse that people are shouting at the rooftops, oh my god, turn-based games are back, but, you know, they never really left to a large extent. Maybe Expedition 33 had the budget, or the presentation, I should say, because it was done by a fairly small team, the presentation style, the visuals that are gonna be more in line with your gaming taste, but that sound more like something that is in line with you. Maybe you do want a big budget Final Fantasy-esque budget experience that is turn-based, but there are other turn-based games. Go play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky first when that comes out. Go play Metaphor ReFantazio if you haven't, and certainly go play Persona 5, Persona 4, Persona 3, and certainly go back and play Sea of Stars as well. And Sea of Stars is getting some free DLC, as I mentioned, in Throes of the Watchmaker, and that'll be dropping on May 20th. This is on top of the free DLC that they already put out in Dawn of the Equinox, I believe it was called, and that was a free update that launched a while ago. So, this is going to be another update, and this is one where they could easily charge for this, but hey, I ain't complaining. Throes of the Watchmaker returns to one of the most intriguing characters encountered in Sea of Stars' main adventure, the genius adventure known as the Watchmaker, architect of the Clockwork Castle and creator of Wheels, a tabletop pastime enjoyed throughout Sea of Stars' world. The downloadable content explores a fascinating invention by the Watchmaker, the miniature clockwork world, a land threatened by accursed carnivals. You must adapt to the peculiar rules to fully realize the mastery of the sun and moon powers. They do note 8 hours of gameplay, features never before seen areas, puzzles, and enemies throughout a compelling storyline, wholly unique from Sea of Stars' core adventure. Throes of the Watchmaker cinematic budget is equivalent to that of the main game, allowing Sabotage to ritually realize key narrative moments and deliver a dense, delightful new tale spanning 8 hours of new content crafted as a quest to enjoy after completing Sea of Stars' critical path. Throes of the Watchmaker is the perfect reason to begin a New Game Plus playthrough or dive into the world of Sea of Stars for the first time ahead of this all-new journey on May the 20th. So that will be available as a free piece of DLC. That'll be dropping on May the 20th. That is available at $35. It was launched on PlayStation Plus Extra, but the 1-year window expired. So, you know, you have to buy the game now. I'm sorry to say, if you are a Plus Extra subscriber and you want to check out this piece of DLC, that'll be out May 20th, all platforms free. And I'll also say another turn-based game that goes a little bit under the radar, Chained Echoes. Chained Echoes is another great one that goes a little bit under the radar, and that game will also be getting DLC, Ashes of Elrond. That's coming in quarter 2 of 2025. Hopefully we get an update on that sooner rather than later. But yes, I am making it a mission this year. It was my mission for the last year to talk up Expedition 33. You guys already saw how many videos we produced, how many times I talked about that game the day it came out up until the release date. Well, now that game is out, mission accomplished for everybody that was talking that game up, and obviously mission accomplished for Sandfall in delivering one of the best games, if not the best game of the year, a certain Game of the Year contender. Now, it's time to promote games like Sea of Stars, Legend of Heroes Trails in the First, and a lot of other games that my agenda will be accomplished throughout the rest of this year. Trails in the Sky is going to be the one that I think people are going to be sick and tired of. I don't expect that game to see the success of Expedition 33, but I do want that game to do very well. Much like I wanted Expedition 33 to do very well, and much like you should want Sea of Stars to do very well. Alright, another game I want to see do well is Lost Soul Aside. That being said, it was coming out on May the 30th. Now it has been pushed to August 29th. I have no problems with a delay. However, I do have an issue with a delay of a game 1 month before release being delayed 3 times the amount of time we had to wait for the original release, if you guys get what I'm saying. We only had a month left until release. Now it's being delayed by 3 months. Why can't we get insight on this delay a little bit earlier? If you're gonna need an extra 3 months, I feel like that's something that would be brought to your attention and you would realize fairly early on. Springing this up a month before release, I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. People have waited a decade to play this game, and I think a lot of the hype and anticipation people once had, it's just not there anymore. When this game was initially revealed and you saw a lot of potential in it, it was one thing. At this point, I think it'll be a game that comes out and it'll be fine, it'll be serviceable. Hopefully, it delivers at a level similar to Expedition 33. I mean, expecting Game of the Year quality out of every game that comes out from a new studio is kind of insane, but if it does deliver from a quality standpoint, I think that then it'll be a game that people circle around. But at this point, it's just like, all right, another delay. We've already been waiting so long. It'll be out when it's out. I'm left to not care anymore. It's just that whenever a delay like this happens, when it's so close to the release and then it's delayed by even more time than we were waiting for the release. Again, a month left until release. Now it's delayed for 3 months. That's the barometer that I judge a delay by, and that I find to be a little annoying. Like, if Lost Soul Aside was delayed in January, I forgot when the release date was announced, but let's say it was delayed in the middle of January and it was delayed until August. Wouldn't have a problem with that because that's 4 months out from release and then it's being delayed by 3 months. It being a month out from release and then getting delayed by 3 months is just a little wild to me. Like, I feel like OT0 Games and all that are involved with it would have known about the issues with the game and it requiring more polish. I do hope for the best out of the game. It coming out on August 29th, I feel like that's going to be around the time where the game releases are really going to pick up. Now, it was going to come out the same day as Elden Ring Night Rain anyway, but August 29th, I totally feel like I saw some people being like, oh, now it's away from Elden Ring Night Rain. That end of August period is usually when things start picking up. I could easily see a Mafia Old Country around that time frame. I could easily see other notable titles around that time frame. It really starts to pick up in the early portion of September and, you know, into the end of September, October, November, but a lot of the times that end of August, like end of August last year is when we got Black Myth Wukong, so just keep that in mind, and Star Wars Outlaws around the same time, and we can meme on Outlaws. That was a big game as it was coming out. I don't think Lost Soul Aside is going to be completely competition free around that time frame, as some people are saying, oh, now it's away from Elden Ring Night Rain. I do think by August 29th there's going to be a lot of big games, maybe not on the same day, but around that timetable. Again, a Mafia Old Country is a game I could see coming out right around that time. Lastly, I do want to note Returnal is now PS5 Pro enhanced. They have noted that PS5 Pro users will be able to experience the game at a higher resolution of up to 2.5 times the pixels, which is kind of insane. We don't know further details. However, this is a 4th anniversary update for the game. Returnal was one of the great early PlayStation 5 games. Unfortunately, it coming out very early on in the generation, I just think a lot of people ended up missing it, but I would circle back and play it. It does get incredibly challenging, but Housemarque is one of the great studios that doesn't get a lot of love. I'm excited for Soros on the basis that it's Housemarque. I think it's memes whenever a game is revealed that it's a new IP and we don't get gameplay. I don't care at that point. I care on the basis that it's a Housemarque game. What did that Soros trailer give me to sink my teeth into? Absolutely nothing. They said that they're gonna have gameplay later this year. Yeah, okay, have that gameplay ready with the reveal trailer. A reveal trailer with no gameplay when Housemarque is a studio that lives and dies on its exceptional gameplay quality. It was just mind-numbing to me. I feel like they do that just because PlayStation's first-party output is so weak, it is so barren these days that if you do a CG reveal trailer, you can circle back and do a gameplay reveal trailer and you almost milk out 2 reveals, whereas back in the day, if you got a new game getting revealed, you would roll out gameplay right away. Like when Last of Us 1 was revealed, I believe you had gameplay right away or some in-game footage, and so on and so forth. It's just nowadays, you don't get that. You get meme CG trailers that don't help anybody for new IPs, and then they're like, oh, we'll show you gameplay later this week. Okay, don't even reveal the game. Let us get gameplay when it's ready to be shown. That's how I feel. You know what game was a new IP and had gameplay right away? Clair Obscur Expedition 33. How'd that turn out for you? But I digress. That'll do it for me. Again, Sea of Stars is going to be getting some free DLC. Lost Soul Aside, unfortunately delayed, and Returnal is now PS5 Pro upgraded. That is available on PlayStation Plus Extra, and it goes on sale readily for around the $30 range. I wish it would get a little bit cheaper, but 30 bucks is definitely a good buy for Returnal. And all of your thoughts down below, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.